up? It is Sherry here. So I just wanted to take a few moments today to discuss the topic of gaslighting. Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of us oftentimes find ourselves in abusive situations and we just don't understand how to label it. All right, so today I'm going to discuss the topic of gaslighting, the characteristics of a gaslighter, and also the things that you can do in order to avoid being in such circumstances. Like I said before, and I'll always say, I'm a very direct, very straightforward. I try to keep everything lighthearted, not really, and down to earth. Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse, and it is a common trait of narcissist behavior. Narcissist people only think about themselves. They lack empathy. They are concerned about their own well-being. They want to edify and glorify themselves in any type of situation. Narcissist people do not have any type of emotional empathy, and they have no way of making themselves feel for the person in who they're abusing. Gaslighting is very intentional behavior. People don't know when they're being gaslighted. The majority of people don't know. It's almost like if you ever heard of grooming, all right? Gaslighters are really good about grooming, love bombing. They do all these amazing things for you, make you feel so good, so good, so good. Oh my God, they're buying you stuff, they're treating you left and right, giving you all these amazing things, and telling you how wonderful and beautiful you are. But then they turn around and do some real fuck shit. So, as I mentioned, gaslighting is a very intentional form of emotional abuse, period. They manipulate their victims through scare tactics, fear, threats. The main identifying behavior of a person who is a victim of gaslighting is that they oftentimes question themselves, they second guess themselves, they question their identity. You know, they struggle with their memory because the gaslighter is oftentimes challenging them with what they did or said, or what something was or wasn't. You know, they're always being challenged. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I have been in the same situation. I have been in a situation where I was a victim of gaslighting. At the time it was happening, I really had no clue that I was being gaslighted until one of my really good friends started going through this situation, and I could see it very clearly for what it was, because his story started sounding so much like mine. So I'm like, something's not right about this. And I really started digging into this topic more as I watched him go through some of his issues. Because I started doing more and more research, I realized, like, wow, like, I was a gaslight victim and I didn't even know. Gaslighters are narcissistic people. They only think about themselves, okay? They only think about themselves. If you're with someone and all they think about themselves, if you tell them, hey, you know what? You know, what you said yesterday really hurt my feelings, and they immediately try to deflect. Like, well, what you said, 2 years ago when such and such happened, whatever, that hurt my feelings. You're being gaslighted. I didn't even know. Anytime you are in a position where you're trying to express yourself emotionally, and the person that you're expressing it with lacks the empathy to listen to you and take into account that you're actually legitimately feeling some type of way, if this person is minimizing your emotional state and your feelings, you're being gaslighted. I didn't even know. Period. Now, don't get me wrong. Every person who makes comments or whatever, they're not necessarily being labeled as a gaslighter, but you have to be able to recognize repetitive, repeated behaviors when it comes to someone minimizing what you're actually legitimately feeling. And if you're feeling some type of way and you're not allowed to express what you're feeling, and you're feeling judged for having those feelings, then you really need to consider the possibility that you're in an emotionally abusive relationship. A lot of times people who are narcissists, they are so insecure. When I tell you that narcissistic people are so insecure that they have to try so hard to make the next person who may be doing or have a little bit more, doing a little bit better, or have a little bit more sense of self-peace and inner self-calmness, they try their hardest to make them feel like crap. I can't celebrate with you. I can't celebrate your accomplishments. I cannot celebrate the fact that you just got a degree. I can't, because it wasn't me. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to it. And there's a difference between narcissistic behavior and jealousy. But when you have a person who is only thinking about their own accomplishments, their own business, their own, self-satisfactory, their own, progress in life, and not considering that you also have dreams and visions and goals, but everything has to be about them, but then they want to punish you because you too have visions and goals. Gaslighting. With your little degree. Pay attention to it. You got to know the signs, man. These people want their victims to feel like what their accomplishments are is tiny, because those accomplishments are too big for the narcissist. Gaslighting! Narcissists can't stand to be outdone. They can't stand it. Tell them to go. We're not doing that. It is 2023. Keep it pushing, baby. Keep it pushing. When it comes to gaslighting, the victims are always having to defend themselves, because the gaslighter will say, you said this, or you did this, or this didn't happen. And you say, yes, it did, or no, it didn't, or whatever. And then you're like, well, let me show you the text. Let me show you the email. Let me show you my account. Let me show you my call log. That is a big red flag. I didn't even know. If you always have to prove something, oh my God. You guys have no idea. The more I'm talking about this, the more memories come back to my mind. I always told myself, after my divorce, I told myself I refuse to be in another relationship where I always have to prove myself to somebody. If I say that I didn't do something, or if you're assuming or gonna say that I did do something and I said, no, I didn't, and I gotta keep going back, and then I have to show you, if I gotta show you receipts every time, man, bye. If you ever get into a situation where you have to show and prove and defend and show receipts and validate, man, it's a lost cause, because it does not matter. A gaslighter will always maintain whatever position they need to maintain to keep their self-footing. It's a power play. If you are in a position where you really enjoy doing a certain activity, you have hobbies, you have friends that you like to hang out with, and somebody is literally critical of every single thing that you enjoy, if they're critical of a different type of drink you like, if they're critical about the people that you hang around, if whatever they do, if they're in a position where they're trying to create a doubt or a question of whatever it is that you enjoy. Well, why you want to do that anyway? I think that's stupid. They criticize what it is that you like. That is gaslighting. Because now you're going to, in turn, start questioning, who am I really? My identity. If you say that you enjoy reading a book on the lake at 2:00 in the morning, go read a book on the lake at 2:00 in the morning. That is what you love to do. Okay. That's you. That's what you've been doing for the last 4 years, right? Okay. Just let people be themselves. Let me tell you, my ex-husband, he used to criticize me for wearing makeup all the time. I've always been the type of person who enjoys wearing makeup. I like to fix up. I like to transform my look. I like to, be on stage, look nice or something when I walk out the house. I don't want to look like my age. It makes me feel good about me. But he always said, oh, you look better without makeup. You look better. I don't know why you put all that stuff on your skin anyway. It's but when you met me, I was wearing makeup. Was I not? Yes. All the nights that we went out, while I was your trophy wife, I was wearing makeup, making you look good. Yes. But then whenever I want to wear makeup around the house, we're not really going anywhere. I want to go to the grocery store or something like that. Now it's a problem. What are you afraid of? That's the question to ask. What are you afraid of? I won't even lie. I was affected by the things he used to say. He used to criticize the fact that I carried a purse. And I didn't even carry a regular purse like a tote or like a strap. I carried one of those crossbody bags. I had been wearing crossbody bags before they became a thing. All right? Trendsetter over here. Always, always. But anyway, so yeah, he had issues with every single thing. We all need therapy. Gaslighting can cause long-term PTSD. It can cause you the inability to make decisions. If you know how to make decisions, if you get yourself in a position where you're dealing with a gaslighter, trust me, your decision-making abilities are going to go out the window, because now you're questioning everything. You're afraid that, whatever decision that you make or a choice, whatever, is going to be criticized by this person. Like nothing that you do is right. It really just puts you in a very bad headspace. These are just signs that I want you to see and understand that if you are in these types of situations, honey, you are being gaslighted, and that is not okay. If you want to know more about gaslighting, I will leave information in the information block below, and you can do some more research on your own. But this is a very serious issue, and all of us should take heed and take it. This is why I say we all need therapy, man. Because if you're not a gaslighter, you're probably getting gaslit. Because the world is full of narcissists. The world is full of narcissists, baby. Take care of yourself. Happy healing. On track, now we going way up. Double use as easy as a layup. Working late.